Hi again, Rampage fans. Welcome to another video edition of Views from the Press Box, our off-season blog for SARampage.com. Today, inside a quiet Rampage locker room. On today's show, we're going to be talking about Rampage comings and goings. We'll give you an update of the American Hockey League Conference Finals that are currently underway. And we'll also talk about the Lowell Devils. Are they on the move to Albany? Plus other AHL news and notes. It's all coming up on this week's edition of Views from the Press Box. So it's the 2010 offseason, and of course, as every season and every offseason comes about, it changes to go along. And the Rampage have had some comings and goings here over the course of the last couple of weeks. First and foremost, the biggest change may be behind the bench as assistant coach Mike Polino last Thursday accepting a job as the head coach of the Peterborough Petes of the Ontario Hockey League. It's a great opportunity for Mike Polino, who joined the Rampage as an assistant coach back on November 22nd, once Ray Edwards was promoted to head coach of the team. And Polino was primarily responsible for resurrecting a San Antonio power play that finished tied for tops in the American Hockey League with the Hershey Bears at just a shade under 21% and finished with the best home power play in the American Hockey League at 25.6%. So we wish Mike Polino the best of luck. He's on to the Peterborough Petes of the Ontario Hockey League as their new head coach. Now the Rampage must make a decision who will be their assistant coach next year. So we're inside a quiet Rampage locker room right now, and as it always comes to be this time of the off-season, there's the annual exodus to Europe, and this year the Rampage are certainly affected by the early exodus to Europe. Most notably, last week, Rampage centerman Joel Perreault signed a one-year contract with EV Zug of the Swiss Elite League. Now, Joel spent parts of 4 seasons here in San Antonio with the Rampage. His best season coming back in 2008-2009 when he finished with 49 points in 46 games. But that was the problem sometimes for Joel. He just couldn't stay healthy. Those 46 games were the most that he played in one season for the Rampage during the course of his American Hockey League career. Now, Joel does have an opt-out with his contract with EV Zug that if he signs an NHL deal and makes an NHL team out of training camp, he would obviously report to that NHL team. But right now, Joel Perreault has signed a contract with EV Zug of the Swiss Elite League next year, and it looks like that's where he's going to be playing. One other Rampage player headed off to Europe, that's goaltender Mikko Wickman. Wickman, who was acquired by the Phoenix Coyotes on March 3rd in exchange for defenseman Anders Eriksson and then assigned to San Antonio. He's off to Lukko in Finland after signing a one-year contract there. Now, Wickman appeared in 5 games with San Antonio, posting an 0-1-1 mark, but he too, along with Joel Perreault, is off to Europe next season. So we've talked about the goings. What about the comings for potentially the Rampage next year? Well, the Phoenix Coyotes earlier this month signing defenseman Maxim Goncharov to a 3-year entry-level contract. Now, Goncharov was selected by the Coyotes in the 5th round, number 123 overall at the 2007 NHL entry draft. Just 20 years old, Goncharov appeared in 51 games last year with Chesa Moscow of the Continental Hockey League. He had 17 points and 52 penalty minutes to go along with a +3 rating. And he was 3rd on the team among defensemen in scoring. Goncharov also represented Russia at the 2009 World Junior Championships. He had 5 goals and 6 points in 7 games to lead Team Russia to the bronze medal. Goncharov's international experience also includes a gold medal at the 2007 Under-18 World Junior Championships, and he could be ticketed to San Antonio if he doesn't make the Coyotes out of training camp come September. Coyotes also making some other news, trading the draft rights to Jared Stahl, the youngest of the 4 Stahl brothers, to Carolina last week. They get a 5th-round draft pick in this year's NHL entry draft in exchange for the draft rights to Stahl. Stahl appeared in 5 games with the Rampage following the completion of his junior season at the end of last year, and he finished with 1 assist, his first American Hockey League point in those 5 games. And if you're looking to kind of catch up on your hockey and fill the void a little bit, you might want to check out the Memorial Cup that's going on right now in Brandon, Manitoba. Coyotes prospect defenseman Michael Stone, who is currently playing for the Calgary Hitmen, is right now playing in that tournament. Michael Stone was drafted by the Phoenix Coyotes back in the 3rd round, 69 overall of the 2008 NHL entry draft. Stone recorded 21 goals and 65 points to go along with 91 penalty minutes in 69 regular season games this past year with the Hitmen. He ranked 4th in scoring for Calgary. He was also named a Western Hockey League Eastern Conference first All-Star team and was also selected as the Eastern Conference finalist for the WHL Defenseman of the Year award. Stone is a 6'4" defenseman, really stands out, moves the puck well, a power play specialist. And you could do your own future scouting. Take a look at Michael Stone, currently playing for the Calgary Hitmen right now in the Memorial Cup. What else is going on in the American Hockey League right now? Let's give you a conference finals update. Both the Western and Eastern Conference finals are in full swing. In the Western Conference Finals, the Hamilton Bulldogs leading the Texas Stars 2-0. Hamilton won the opener Friday night 3-2 in overtime after Brock Trotter scored 14 seconds into the extra session, then followed that up with a 3-1 win on Sunday. Trotter's got 2 goals and 2 assists in the first 2 games to lead the series in scoring. Jamie Benn has got 2 goals for the Stars so far. Hamilton has held Texas to just 43 shots on goal through the first 2 games of the series. One other thing to note, Matt Climie, normally the Stars' backup goaltender, has been thrusted into the starting role. He's played the first 2 games. Stars' regular starter, Brent Cron, suffered a concussion in Game 6 of the West Division Finals against the Chicago Wolves. He has yet to return and play in this series, and that could be the turning point if the Stars don't get Cron back from injury. The series resumes Wednesday night in Cedar Park, Games 4 and 5, if necessary, also in Cedar Park, Friday and Saturday. The Eastern Conference Finals featuring the Hershey Bears and the Manchester Monarchs. Hershey has a 2-0 series lead. Hershey winning Game 1 4-2 on Wednesday and then rallying Saturday for a 3-2 overtime win. Chris Bork, the son of former NHL Hall of Fame defenseman Ray Bork, he scored the game winner in overtime in that victory for the Bears on Saturday. That series resumes Monday, Tuesday, and if necessary, Thursday in Manchester. Just for the record, your friendly blogger did call a Hershey-Hamilton American Hockey League Calder Cup championship. We'll see if that comes to be. Could the Lowell Devils be on the move to Albany? Well, according to the Lowell Sun, it might be close to happening. The Lowell Sun reporting that based on a 35-2 vote by the Albany County Legislature earlier last week to approve a $1.6 million fund for improvements to the Times Union Center, that may in fact seal the deal of the Lowell Devils moving from Songus Arena to the Times Union Center for the start of the 2010-2011 season. The Devils, who currently play out of the Songus Arena in Lowell, their lease set to expire on June the 30th. Now, it's not the first time, if it happens, that New Jersey would have their American Hockey League affiliate in Albany. The Devils had an affiliate in Albany for 13 seasons up until 2006, when the River Rats became a Carolina Hurricanes partner, and the New Jersey affiliate came to Lowell as they bought out the locally owned Lock Monsters. Now, of course, there are 2 new teams that are going to be joining the American Hockey League next season. Albany was sold and relocated to Charlotte. They'll play out of the Time Warner Cable Arena next year. And the Edmonton Oilers activating their dormant American Hockey League franchise. They're going to put it in Oklahoma City next season to set up a new rivalry with the San Antonio Rampage. One other note to pass along from the American Hockey League here over the last couple of weeks. The Texas Stars did purchase the franchise membership from the former Iowa Chops franchise that played out of the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. The Stars will now have a full membership going into next season. That's going to do it for this edition of Views from the Press Box, video edition. For SARampage.com, I'm Dan Weiss.